My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC fight picks and DraftKings lineups run by MMA insiders and professional fighters. Every week, I join Dan Kramer and Nick Newell, two longtime professional fighters that have fought at the highest levels on the planet, as well as Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. So join us every single week for our full fight card breakdowns, our individual fight card breakdowns, our betting guide, and our DraftKings lineups. Next up at UFC Vegas 31, we have the opener for the main card. We have Gabriel Benítez versus Billy Quarantillo. Gabriel Benítez 3-2 in his last five. Billy Quarantillo 4-1 in his last five, coming off of a decision loss. This is a really interesting matchup. This is a really, really interesting matchup. And I told you at UFC 264, almost none of the underdogs showed up. All the favorites sort of pulled through. That's why when you looked at everybody's DraftKings lineups, pretty much even the winners had a loss in their lineup because you can't afford six favorites, and the underdogs didn't really show up. This card, I think, is the opposite. I think there's a ton of underdogs on this card that can all show up. They're all at least live and capable. It's a very, very interesting card as far as underdogs are concerned, and this is an interesting matchup as far as underdogs are concerned. Gabriel Benítez has great kicks, low, high. In general, he has phenomenal kicks. He uses them really well, and he throws them hard to the legs and to the body. He does get hit, and he's not great at backing up, meaning he's not a counter striker. He doesn't like getting bullied. If you're in his face and you bully him, he doesn't like it. He can't really back up, so he can't plant and throw those leg kicks because they're not pepper leg kicks. They do have a good amount of power, and in order to throw that, he needs to plant and turn his hips over. So when he's backing up, he doesn't like that. He's not great at backing up, but he is a very good striker. He does have very good movement in general. As long as he's dictating that movement, he has good movement, and he is very, very fast. His movement and leg kicks will be the biggest issue for Billy with this fight. But Billy Quarantillo is a very good grappler. I would not be surprised if he won this fight by submission, honestly. If he can get it to the ground, I think there's a big gap in their grappling abilities on the ground. But again, Billy Quarantillo, very good grappler with solid takedowns. I don't think he should be an underdog in this fight, honestly. He's also a competent striker. He is incredibly aggressive, and he has some pretty unorthodox striking style, but he's incredibly aggressive on his feet and has very good jiu-jitsu. Styles make fights. You will watch people break down fights. They'll pull up Tapology. Oh, this person's reach, that person's reach. This person throws 72 strikes. That doesn't matter. Styles make fights. In this case, Billy Quarantillo's style of coming forward, heavy forward pressure, Gabriel Benítez's style of not wanting to back up because he needs to plant for those leg kicks, I think it's a clash. I think Billy Quarantillo will get Gabriel to back up. Once he's making him back up, he's not going to have that same pop and oomph on his leg kicks. It's going to put him sort of out of sorts. It's going to make him uncomfortable. And I think Gabriel's going to have a little trouble getting off, finding his rhythm, doing what he needs to do. I have Billy Quarantillo winning this fight. I have in my DraftKings lineup. I have a money line bet on him. Plus 180, almost a 2-to-1 dog. Somebody with his skill sets and his ability, that one was a no-brainer. So I'm all over Billy Quarantillo in this fight. This card, I'm either going to take a bath and my winning streak, my dominant betting streak is going to come crashing down because I'm on so many underdogs, or it's going to be one of the best weeks I've ever had. So I have Billy Quarantillo in this fight. I told you I love him as an underdog. Styles make fights. Pay attention to the styles. I like this matchup for him. $7,700, great price in DraftKings. That strike line is tough, but I'm going to go the more and more. I think it's a war, an absolute war, because Gabriel Benítez is not a bum. This is just a stylistic, tough matchup for him. I'm going more and more. I think Billy comes forward, tons of volume, gets a takedown, tons of volume down there. He could win by submission because there is a big gap on the ground, but I think overall this will go to a decision. Billy Quarantillo, hit these lines. WeWantPicks.com/MKF. WeWantPicks.com/bets. Just go to WeWantPicks.com. Everything you need is right there.